The power of belief. I mean, it's powerful already in the waking world, as it is. However, one thing to know is that the things that you believe in your waking life and also in your dream carry over into each other. And that's one of the big benefits of lucid dreaming, is that in the waking world, oftentimes we're not as aware of what it is that we hold, true, and what we believe, because they're kind of just sitting in the back of your mind, in your subconscious and whatnot. Whereas in the dream world, they may appear as symbols or people, situations, and so forth. And when you become lucid in your dreams, you're able to explore these with intention. An example is in the waking world. I don't want to say it's not often, but it can be really easy to not think about, what do I believe? What do I think is true? What do I think is not true? What do I think is real? What do I think is not real? And so they just kind of get stuffed back there in the back of, everything. And when you do start asking yourself those questions, they carry over into the dream world. This is how dream residue appears in your dream. Messages, people, situations you might not be giving your full attention to. Sometimes they turn into big, extravagant things. Sometimes they turn into nightmares. And then when you face them in your dreams, again, that carries over. The emotional and energetic carryover is interesting. A good example of that is if you've ever had a nightmare and you wake up, sometimes you wake up in sweats and you wake up with that same feeling. Maybe you were being chased by a serial killer or something. And in the dream, it absolutely felt real, because in that moment, it was. And the same thing works with other emotions. Happiness, sadness, being just joyful. When you reach higher levels of lucidity, those feelings are greatly magnified, and they do carry over into the dream world. There's been times where I've spent time with my grandparents, whether or not you want to believe it's actually them, or shades and specters, or memories. Regardless, in the dream, I spent time with my grandparents. And so when I woke up, the feeling wasn't cool. I saw myself and feel myself spend time with my grandparents. The feeling was, I just spent time with them. And that feeling is real. And those feelings, again, they carry over. So the power of belief. Your beliefs are a lot more tangible than you might believe. And it's interesting because keeping an open mind doesn't necessarily mean just think that everything is possible. I mean, technically it is, but being open-minded more in the sense of, what do I believe is possible? What do I believe is impossible? Am I willing to explore every possible avenue? Is it that important to me? Your desires, your beliefs, whether or not you want to chase certain ones, they all come into play. So the whole point of this video is that what you believe can be changed. Today's truth might be tomorrow's lies, and tomorrow's lies might be tomorrow's truth. It's all subjective.